I heard you want to meditate, bestie. Don't worry, I got you. Now is a good start as we step into a new season. Fall, autumn, my favorite. Enjoy the soundscapes of nature, the birds, there's even a dog, the water trickling, the pond behind me, and looking at the wildflowers. I was very intentional of choosing this spot where I'm at, and I really got into this. So there might be parts in this video where there's just complete silence, part of the meditation. And you don't have to be in a seated space. You could be lying down, walking, or just enjoying this video for what it is, because I am going to speak on traditional Chinese medicine, the whole reason and premise for starting this videos, but in actuality it's been a lot bigger than that. I read your comments, I talk to you in person, look at your DMs, and I see that it's benefiting not only myself, but you as well. So go ahead and find that space that's calling to you, wherever that may be. There's been a few posts that pop up for me right in the specific moment where I'm feeling a little off, not centered, distracted, just not where I feel like I'm supposed to be. And the message is simple, saying to pour back into ourselves. If you don't know what's going on, if you're feeling all these feels and situations and people and what have you, pour back into yourself. And one way to do that is through meditation, where we open up emotional clarity, harmonize with the seasons, in this case fall, open up our lungs, nourish our lungs, because this is the organ associated with the fall season, which also is responsible for letting go and grief. So go ahead and find that space if you haven't already, and begin to breathe in to your body entirely. I say this to my students in my classes in person. So breathing in through your nose and out through your nose. You can also find those cleansing breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. My therapist had asked me one day how I pour into myself when there's times that it feels very heavy in the world. And that's where I noticed my gift of sharing space with others, guiding them through this beautiful ancient practice that we call yoga. So her telling me that, or asking me that, had me thinking, what do I do for myself? And I retreat back to me. I meditate, I go into the sauna, the steam room, I get a massage, I write in my journal, I take a walk out in nature, just connecting back to the true essence of who I am. Yes, it's life, we get off track and go a different direction, but it doesn't have to be running its course. We can get back to ourselves just as easily, especially when we continue to practice. So continuing to breathe in and out through your nose. Fun fact, and why I started posting these videos in the first place was to strengthen my self-study in traditional Chinese medicine. And I don't know everything, but it is a beautiful way to, I guess, discipline myself and keep myself consistent, posting videos every month, whether it be movement or stillness meditation, because we do need the yin with the yang. We need that stillness. Sometimes we need to build it up, get a little more active. And if you're watching this, it was just such a joy and pleasure to play fetch with my cousin Oliver. He's a golden retriever. And the thing with meditation is, your eyes can be closed, they can be open. You really just sit with yourself and enjoy those small moments that happen. At some point in this video, you'll see me searching throughout the grass looking for a 4-leaf clover, and that is also very intentional. My great aunt who passed away, her name was Clover, and I recently got a tattoo in her honor while I was in Puerto Rico. So I always feel connected or closer when I see clover in yards or gardens or out and about. Now, I never said meditation was my favorite, so this is not a traditional video. If you're looking for that, this is it. It just might not be what you were expecting. But I'm saying all that to say that I recorded this video some time back, and today I went to see one of my students, my day ones, in her workplace. She hosted a heritage festival, and she got to introducing me to all of her co-workers, and I got to talk to them sometimes one-on-one without her being around, and they all said, yeah, she meditates. And I'm like, you know what? I love that, because at the end of my classes, I always usually say that the work doesn't stop here on our mat. You still need to continue doing it out in the universe where it matters most. So I love seeing that she is putting that practice in off of her mat. My favorite part in this whole journey of self-study, traditional Chinese medicine, would be how cyclical we are as beings. In class, I often say we are very connected and aligned with the tides and the currents of the oceans, the same with the cycles of the moon. So when we think of this season of fall, we notice that the leaves begin to turn colors, they start to shed and release just as much as we do. Our lungs are like a canopy and also resembles a tree. See how connected we are? The whole point of traditional Chinese medicine is to harmonize mind, body, and soul through our chi, which is energy centers. Also, you can think of that as your chakras, right? Those different colors that we have aligned within our body. It promotes healing modalities, acupuncture, meditation, diet is a huge one. Yoga is big. But it goes beyond just the surface of what we're feeling in our body. We're really tapping into that root cause as opposed to what we're conditioned to here. And there's nothing wrong with that at all. But I believe this practice, self-study, led me here because I am more of a naturopathic person. And our bodies are so magical that they do heal themselves. So long as we listen and not wait until it's too late. We are very much experts of our own body when we become aware. The body is a very complex system, but it doesn't have to be if you just take a little bit of patience to sit with yourself. So going back to pouring into yourself, right? And I'm looking at the time, and we're just going to let this ride out because this is where I start to really get into this meditation. So some key takeaways from today would be meditation was the focus, pouring back into yourself when you feel off or not aligned, and thinking about the seasons cyclically and how you are also a big integral part of that as well. Until next time, love y'all. Namaste.